had a life like 2 months. How's everyone doing? My goal for today is to make some thumbnails because, as you can see, and I'm really proud of this. Second, we can go to my channel, go to playlist. 1.7k subscribers. That's pretty awesome. Thank you, everyone. As you can see in the Darrell Brooks playlist. No, I don't want to hear myself. We are done. 88 videos. 87 if you don't count the first live that I did, which is this one. But after 88 videos, we are done. Darrell Brooks is done. I covered from the pre-trial down to the sentencing. But the thing that I don't like is that, as you can you guys see it? No, you cannot see it there. I've been talking all this time and it's not, you're not even seeing it. What do way, get this. Alt. Okay. Hello, Murray. I'm being good. How are you? There you go. As you can see, 88 videos, and we cover from the pre-trial, the beginning, up to the sentencing, which is the end. Now, what I don't like is that, as you can see, this has the same thumbnail, I'm gonna, if you guys wanna hear some behind the curtain thing, is that in order for me to do these videos, I have to wake up around 4:30 a.m. So I wake up, I take a shower, I dress myself, I prepare everything for work. You know, I do lunch sometimes, and then I record the video. And sometimes that doesn't give me enough time because it takes me 2 hours to get to work. So sometimes it doesn't give me enough time to make a thumbnail. So what I will do is I will just reuse the same thumbnail as the one that I already had. I just changed the number over here in the corner, which is that doesn't take me a lot of time. But yeah, as you can see, these ones are the same. These ones are the same. I really like this one. Do you guys like the one where he made the fort? I was like, I'm gonna change it up and I'm just gonna put the boxes. I mean, he's in the picture back there. I like that one. Like, these are the same. These two are the same. I'm really happy about this one too. The break in the wall, Darrell Brooks one. I really like that one. But yeah, what I want to do today, like, look at all of this. So all of those are the same. And also remaster the ones that I had, because you can see my progress in YouTube from when I just started. Because look at that. Let's zoom in on that. You can see the way where when I just first start, like, this is like this number 11 is the first thumbnail that I ever did. And as you can see, it's bad. I mean, it does. You can't even see the number. The day 2 part 1 is in black, so you cannot really see it. And then the Darrell Brooks is still had the, I didn't put the shading behind it, and I didn't have my logo, and like, that's bad. So what I want to do today is that we're gonna go to that day. Let's go to day 2. Uh, there we go. And we're gonna go to the playlist, the original playlist. Where is it? So let's go to that day. Hello, everyone. Look at that. Look at that guy. I mean, look at this. Oh, you cannot see me. Look. Uh, there we go. Look at this. Look at the difference between back then and today. Like it was so. I don't know. It was my face was so white because of the lights and the camera that I had before, and the my I think the camera it was too white. Like I know most YouTubers want to show off their background and their lights and their room and all of that. But what I think, or at least the way that I think about it, is that it's people. I mean, they come from the commentary and the video and the trial and all of that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna just put my face so you guys can see my reactions. But that's not gonna be the main focus of the video. That's gonna be I don't want my face. I mean, I could be doing it without a webcam, but I was like, you know what? Let's try doing it differently, and I think it worked out well. I like the way that I do it. But we're not gonna see that guy. We're gonna see the original playlist. And we're gonna go to day 2. And we're gonna look for a moment where Darrell is making a stupid face.
Woman who made an inappropriate gesture toward you at the initial appearance. They are not the same individuals. I've been able to confirm that. I know the identity of the woman who did what you said, and it is not this juror.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I can be sure of that?
He's telling. I'm doing commentary again, but it's so funny that I'm like, she's telling you that it's not. She's not gonna lie. Why will she lie?
Do you want to have juror? I think it might be 41. I don't want to guess, but I can bring that juror out when the jurors get here, and we can have her under oath testify that she was not at your initial appearance or any of the proceedings in this case. I'm able to do that.
That would be helpful, Your Honor.
I will question her about that, so there's a very clear record that your concern and whether one of the jurors on this panel was at your initial appearance and made an inappropriate gesture can be put to bed once and for all, so that you're satisfied they are two different people. Go ahead. She can just sit in one of the spots.
That could be one. Like I can the way that I do it is that I just take a snapshot. Just like that. Oh, I think my face is gone.
Jury box.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Webcam.
Good morning. You can have a seat. You are not in trouble. We just have had an issue come up, and we wanted to make sure we all had accurate information. At any point in time, did you attend any of the proceedings in this matter regarding Mr. Brooks?
No.
Were you ever at the initial appearance for Mr. Brooks?
No.
All right. State have any follow-up based on that?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, any follow-up based on what I've asked this witness, or what I've asked this juror, sorry?
No.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello, Kamal. I'm gonna say, I think that's the correct way to say it. Hello, how you doing? Good morning. Oh, I don't know where you are, but it's morning for me. I'm trying to figure out why my webcam is not showing. Give me 1 second. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, but I'm backwards. Hello. 1 second. Form 180, 180. Yeah, that's good enough. All right.
Are they gone? Mr. Brooks, we brought out juror number 41. Was that the same juror that you initially suspected was someone who was at your initial appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And again, she denied. She said she told us she wasn't there, and I trust that satisfies your inquiry into this issue.
I'm still a little leery, but
Why would you be leery?
Okay.
I say that I'm not interrupting, am I?
Go ahead.
I say that because I don't forget faces. I don't.
Apparently you do.
All right, I understand what you're saying, but the record is made clear, and I'll make a finding that juror number 41 was not at your initial appearance and is not the person who made an inappropriate gesture to you either at or following that hearing.
From yesterday's testimony, we'd like to move into evidence Exhibit 1, which was the map, Exhibit 3, which was the video played during Corey Runkle's testimony, and Exhibit 5, which is the photograph of Erica Patterson. They were all testified to yesterday.
Any objection, Mr. Brooks?
Yes, Your Honor.
Of course.
I guess it would be to the terms of relevancy. There's been no testimony from Miss Patterson, so I'm just
So what?
curious to know the relevancy of that being made evidence at this point in time, because from what was said yesterday was that she would be testifying at some point. Would it not be better to have that admitted then if she decides to testify instead of right now when we're not even sure if she is going to testify?
Notice how he's saying that they're not sure if she's gonna testify. Like maybe he's still trying to pull stuff behind the scenes, so maybe his mom can tell Erica to not testify. Like he's banking on maybe she's dropping out.
Your objections are noted for the record. There was a proper foundation laid regarding each one of these exhibits. They also are relevant to the issues within this trial, and I'll admit exhibits 1, 3, and 5, and also advise the jury when they come back into court this morning.
Your Honor, I'm not interrupting, am I?
Hold on, I'm not to you yet if there are any issues, any other issues from the state.
It was my understanding that Mr. Brooks did receive the medical attention that he was seeking over the lunch hour. So I just wanted that on the record. And then finally, Your Honor, just a reminder to Mr. Brooks as to the other
Hello,
acts
Amber.
evidence.
How are you doing
In line
today?
with his questioning of Corey
It's
Runkle
fine.
yesterday, Erica Patterson will be
Why
testifying
is
here
it
this
Saturday
morning. The court issued a ruling as to the other acts evidence. The state strictly abided by that. Mr. Brooks came very close several times to opening the door to that testimony. We treaded very lightly on purpose to be respectful of the court's ruling, but the court warned him twice. Mr. Witchow even personally went over and warned Mr. Brooks during Ms. Runkle's testimony. And before we start another round of challenges potentially during Ms. Patterson's testimony, we just wanted to make a record of that so that Mr. Brooks knows if he opens the door to that other act's testimony, it will come in.
And I appreciate the state raising that as well.
Hey,
Mr.
I'm
Brooks,
glad that
on
you're
the
great.
issue of medical attention, did you see the
Like the objective of the stream is that I'm making thumbnails for the whole series now that it's over. Like you can see it. Oh, that's not it. Did I just open it 2 times? I did. Let's go to my channel. As you can see, we go to videos. You can see that there's several that are the same thumbnail. Like I use the same thumbnail 6 times in this time period. So I'm gonna remaster this. So I'm gonna make new thumbnails. So each video it's a different one, and I'm starting with this one. Like, look at the difference with like I was saying this a little bit ago. Is that, look at this? This was my first thumbnail, right? Like, I did it. I didn't know what I was doing. I think the ratio is bad. My logo, you cannot see my logo in the corner over there. Um, the Darrell Brooks thing, you can barely see it. And then the second try, I tried different resolution, and that worked really bad because now it looks like this. And then the third, and you can see that one. No, no, you guys cannot see the one on the left. But as you can see, I was at this point when I was doing this one, I already had the white square with the numbers, and I started. I was like, okay, let's improve, and it took me a while, but as you can see now, I changed in this one. I changed the order. Now you can see my logo on the bottom left. You can see that the part on the top left. You can see the Darrell Brooks logo on the top right, and everything is cool. Everything is cool. Then my next improvement was when I found out that I could put some shade behind it. Look at this. In this one, you can see the shade behind my logo and the Darrell Brooks thing, so it's easier to read. And keep doing it like this, like that. I love this thumbnail. This is one of my favorite thumbnails that I done. It's great. So that's what I'm doing today. Like, look at this. This is the one that I'm working out at this, like, right at this moment. I'm gonna go to YouTube Studio. Which should be easier to do. Studio. Then I'm gonna go to my content. I'm gonna go all the way back to that video. There it is. Then thumbnail, change, and I have the new one right here. Save. And I'll say goodbye to these old thumbnails. The last time you guys gonna see it live. We're gonna refresh. Oh, maybe not yet. Oh, save. Okay. Now let's try that again. And maybe they take a minute to change. Yeah, maybe. But I already changed it on my studio, so in the future it's gonna be different. Now let's work on the second one. We're gonna wait until Darrell Brooks makes
jail
a
nurse or
funny
other medical
face,
personnel
and then we're
during the
gonna
lunch
go
hour
ahead and do
yesterday?
Yes, I did. I received a cleaning of my cut and a bandage.
The great thumbnail. The more you do, the better. You keep better play with it. Yeah. I like to think that I am improving. Hello, California Dreamer. Good morning. How are you? I have a thumbnail with the dead stare, right? I believe I do believe that oh, maybe I didn't, but that's a great idea. No, I didn't. You're right. And that was this episode, the one that says pounding the table. This one should be the dead stare. All right, let's do it.
And after it continued, I think you said east.
Look at that young man. He's just fishing. He's fishing for something, and he's getting nowhere.
I didn't ask how. I just to be blunt, which I've been since the beginning of this trial, obviously.
You're not being blunt, you're being disrespectful. Ah, there we go. Pounded his face to the table, and you mean this one? Okay. So we're gonna do it live. I'm gonna grab this. All right, I'm gonna make it so you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, okay. So every time that I do a capture screen, okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna have to do this, and then do that. Oh, and now I'm gone. Hello? Okay. Give me 1 second. There we go. I'm back. Okay. So let me show you guys. I'm gonna add a new thing. I'm gonna capture my desktop. Where do I display capture? Play capture. And do the one I'm working on. All right, you guys can see it, right? There. Now you can see that, and you can see me. Okay, so what I do? Why is not showing my? All right, it's not showing my thing. So we're just gonna delete that. Yeah, I love this background. Like it's really nice. I like the outdoors. I like to travel and stuff. So that's really pretty to me. Okay. Capture window. Window capture. Capture 2. Okay. Okay, so you guys now can see my editing software. Hello, Miss Washington. Good morning. Okay, there you go. You guys can see I use paint.net because I can't afford anything like, what do you like, OBS and stuff, like, I don't know, Photoshop. I just that's just not something that I can do at the moment. Okay, so what I do is I have it in different like things. So I take the old one. This is like my template. So I delete that one. We paste the other one. As you can see, he's right there. He's being mean. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. I think it's my cable. My USB cable is dying. So I need to get. I'm gonna go get another one today. Uh, hello, video, custom, by default. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, so what we do is I put it in there, then I grab the erasing thing. I put it in like 100. I delete the background. Hello, Nadishak. Good morning from Connecticut. I would like to go there someday. I think CT is Connecticut. Okay, and then we erase all the background. Vermont. Also, you guys are both at the northeast of the country. And we do all this. We delete all the background. Then we do a smaller one. Then we zoom in. Look at that bed stare. I have to be careful to not delete his brain, which is kind of hard because there's not much there. go. Let me take these borders out. There we go. And then now that I'm done with the outline, like he's just staring right there, I go to another layer. I grab it. Delete. Hello, Mrs. Awesome. I can never. I always forget. Is MRS Mrs. or Miss? I think it's Mrs. Right? How are you doing today? Good morning. And then we just put what day is this? Day 12, part 5. We type here day 12, part 5. Then we center that. And we do a little space here. Hello, Shayla. Good morning. And now, that's it. That's pretty much it. We just save it. Save as. Day 12, part 5. And now I just gotta, all that I have left to do is go to my YouTube studio that is over here. And we change it. You guys can keep hearing. He's now staring at Judge Darrell. No, not me, him. Then we go to
All right,
studio.
thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go to day 12, part 5.
I was getting to the other parts of the injuries. They
Go ahead.
Injuries.
viewed the bruises that I have on my arm and legs as well. I don't know what's gonna happen behind that, but I was looked at.
All right, thank you. Does not appear to me that any of these injuries are interfering in any way with your ability to be here today and assist in your own defense. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm just a little tender, just a little sore. So
Tender, sore,
All right,
sure.
Mr. Brooks, do you understand
No.
what the state is referencing as it relates to the other act's evidence?
I do not understand.
Of course.
The court did not grant the state's request to admit other acts as it relates to your conduct with Erica Patterson prior to November 21 of 2021. So it's very clear what we're talking about. Again, I'm going to give you these filings so that you understand what I prohibited in this trial. And the record should reflect those filings are being provided. Madam Clerk, do you...
Okay, so that should be it. If we go back. I don't know how long it takes for the thumbnails to change, but that should be it. Like this one eventually is gonna be the one that you guys like voted on. All right. Anyone else remembers any funny faces, any funny moments that we could put in a thumbnail? Like there should be a lot on this one. Like let's watch that again. Should be this one.
The court will call State of Wisconsin versus Darrell Brooks case.
Here, being told what they want to be told,
Hello, Cher.
and being okay with that.
Hello, John.
It's easy to accept.
Did I react to the sentencing statements of Man Brooks? Yes, I think this video. I did it on a live. Like if we go here to my lives, it should be one of these. There you go. If you go to my lives and look over this video, the Darrell's friend statements. Today we got.
It says,
There you go.
let
That's
each
me.
of you
That's
not
me
look
reacting
only to
to
his
the
own interests, but also
to Don Woods and also to Grandma Brooks. And we also do a deep dive into who is Grandma Brooks. So if you're interested in knowing my thoughts about it, I have them, Darrell's friend statements, on my channel. It's on the live. It's not on videos, it's on lives. Like this one. I really feel bad that my Terrence Howard video didn't get to more people. Like I believe that's an important video to watch. But it's fine. I mean, I knew from the beginning that it's not gonna be as popular as some of the other stuff because it's out of my element. That's not really trials or anything. But it's okay. Alright, let's see. What else? There's gonna be a lot of this.
What's on the surface?
Whenever you guys see a funny face or something, an expression of Brooks that you guys want me to put in a thumbnail in this video, just let me know and we will do it.
It's easy to accept what's being put out there. It's harder to pull back the veil. It's harder to look deeper than the surface. And regardless to the truth, I understand that there are many people that would never forgive what happened. I have to be okay with that. And I hold no ill will towards them for that.
I really like that he's forgiving people. Like he's saying, I don't have anything against you for being mad at me because I ran over your family.
To be okay with the fact that people will be angry. Some for a long time, some forever. I think it was clear with respects to how I'm viewed. I will not respond to those comments in anger either.
Thank you.
I want to also say that it is not me that can take any pain away, replace what was lost, give back joy, happiness. There's so many other things that was lost that day. I think all that comes with belief in Christ. I believe that all that comes with time. It's a process. It's a process that we all have to go through. I noticed a lot of things that I've said over the duration of this trial. There's a lot of misconception. I don't consider myself to be a man of God yet. It's something that I'm learning with time, with faith, with study. Lord willing, I will make it to that point at God's appointed time. Something that I'm learning. For anyone that doesn't think that I've spent time in the scriptures, even before.
The thing is, it's not that we don't believe that you spend time reading that. I mean, I guess you do, but you don't apply those scriptures.
For this, you're mistaken. Passages were quoted from Romans 6:23 in particular. The wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. That's Romans 6:23. It's a verse I'm very familiar with, and I've read numerous times. Countless other passages are all passages that I'm familiar with. The thing about scripture is not only studying and reading it, it's about applying it to your life, applying it. It's not about...
The thing is, he says that he was in God. He read the Bible before this whole thing, and that you have to apply what it says on the Bible to what you do. In what point of the Bible does it say that you have to do drugs? In what point of the Bible does it say that you have to hit your significant other? In what point of the Bible says that you have to, I don't know, all of that stuff? It's he's just twisting words.
Just reading it or being able to quote it. It's about living it. At times during this, doing all these proceedings, mostly trial, I've become frustrated at times. I want you, Your Honor, to know, I want the entire court to know that regardless to what you may think about those particular incidents, they were not personal. Being here throughout this year and the constant learning how to deal with everything, learning how to take everything in, what you see, what you hear, things being shouted at you, the threats, and everything that you have to deal with just being here. It was like a culmination. Sometimes you get so frustrated because you feel like your hands are tied. You don't know what to do. And for a person like me, it's easy for me to get to that point.
Yeah, I love how Upper is just laughing at him. It's like, I don't even know what he's saying. Hello, 99999999.
And so they would come out in frustration.
I'm gonna guess that's how you say it.
I take responsibility for that and apologize to you, Your Honor, in the court. Nothing about it was personal.
Sure.
It was a part of me that felt that I haven't been able to defend myself. I think it was just the pot boiling over. I was wrong for not being able to control myself the times that I wasn't me. For long as I can remember, I've dealt with a lot of issues. And going back to what I said a little bit earlier about what people see on the surface.
Yeah, you're right, Sheila. This is all about him. This is how he has suffered through all of this, because he's one of the most affected people by this tragedy.
A lot of people don't understand what it is to battle mental health issues. Not just that, but the difficulties of life in general. The childhood I had, not having a father, having to see my mom sometimes work 2 and 3 jobs just to be able to support us. I remember being a child, and me and my sister, my mom only had 2 children. My sisters passed away, but I remember being a child and me and my sister and my mom standing in the welfare line to get milk, to get cheese, bread, Spam. And when you're a kid, you don't understand that. You think it's normal. I remember living in apartment buildings infested with rodents and bugs. Pouring in cereal in your bowl and having bugs in it. A lot of people weren't raised like that, so it would be hard for them to pull back that veil and understand that. Physical abuse by the people that are supposed to love you. Trying to understand why your mind thinks the way it does.
And the thing about this, and now I remember why I wanted to hear this. As you can see, he's in the pity party right now, right? Like he's I'm gonna make a closing video on Darrell Brooks today. After this stream, I think I'm gonna record that. That where I'm gonna explain why did I started making this series? Why did I wanted to complete it? Why did I wanted to make it known? Because, and you guys are here, you're gonna get a sneak preview of what I'm gonna say. But the way that I see it is that I'm really, I see myself in Darrell Brooks a lot. Like, the way that I see it, he was me as a child, as growing up. And what I see in him is what my life would have been if I chose to go in that direction. Like I grew up with in a bad part of town. I grew up with I don't know, lots of bad companies, drugs and all that stuff, but instead of what Darrell Brooks did, which was take that in and just run with it and ruin his life, like I decided to not do that. So yeah, you're gonna hear more about that when I make the video, and hopefully you can get more insight because new people are coming into the channel lately, and they're asking, why am I doing this trial? It like some people say that it's too old, which is kind of funny because it's not even 2 years old, and some people are saying that I'm glorifying him. Some people think that he should be forgotten, and I don't believe that. I don't think that people like him needs to be forgotten. Everyone needs to know about Darrell Brooks. Everyone needs to know what happens when you choose that path. You know, I'm gonna make the video. Be on the lookout for that later today.
Why you don't comprehend certain things, why no one can provide the answers that you want. The fact of the matter is, I have at times been medicated. I have been in mental health facilities, only for a short time. I can honestly say that life was better. It helped. I think when you're going through something mentally that you don't understand, it always helps when you have people not so much that can relate. That also helps, but it's more, it's not the relating part of it, it's more of the that you can feel comfortable being yourself with. Someone to listen, someone to tell you that, hey, it's all right. You can't let your guard down.
But no, he's like right now he's trying to shift blame to other people. Like he's saying, because I didn't have someone to support me, because I had no one to tell me that this is gonna be fine, that you can do all this stuff. He's shifting blame from himself, because he's saying like, if I had that, I wouldn't have done any of that, which I don't think so.
It's a lot. And back to what I said about truth. People are going to, like I said, believe what they want, and that's okay.
Thank you for allowing that.
But this needs to be said. What happened on November 21st, 2021 was not an attack. It was not planned, plotted. When you constantly hear that perpetuated, constantly pushed,
Like that, right there. Right there, that's one. I'm gonna use that.
Constantly pushed. Constantly pushed.
I went a little bit far.
Constantly pushed. Constantly pushed. Constantly pushed.
One more.
Constantly pushed.
Yeah, I can use that. That's a thumbnail. 1 second.
Constantly pushed.
There you go.
You wonder why? Why? This was not an attack. This was not an intentional act.
Oh, that one's good as well. Oh god. Okay. 40-32.
No matter how many times you say it over and over, it was not. I have a lot of, and this has nothing to do with the victims, the families of the victims. And as a matter of fact, I'm grateful that they had the opportunity to voice their opinions and their frustrations and their angers. Hopefully that will alleviate some of the wounds. I could never point a finger at them and say they're wrong for what they said, their opinions, how they feel. Never. And I won't do it. I won't do it now, and I won't do it ever. They're well within their rights to feel how they feel.
Right.
I felt a lot of frustration and anger yesterday, not towards any of the victims. It was towards Miss Susan L. Opper.
Here we go.
And I won't even throw shots back at her.
But I'm gonna.
Again, I choose to take the high road. In spite of the clear language that was used by her.
What language?
I'm not gonna fire back. I'm not gonna do that.
And it's funny that he believes that not insulting someone should be something to be proud of. Like I didn't insult you. See, I'm good.
Am I angry? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But so what? When it boils down to it, the whole prosecution team had a job to do. Can't be mad at somebody for doing their job. Attorney Basie, Attorney Witchow, I respect you guys. Regardless of what you may feel about me, I respect you guys. I really do.
Sure.
I respect you too, Attorney Opper.
I don't think anyone was intimidated by him. I like what? In what world can you fear this tiny man? And I mean tiny, both in the literal sense and the figurative way. Like, I don't know. This guy doesn't. He's just a tiny man in every sense of the word.
The difference between all you guys is, you, Attorney Opera, I don't respect how you did your job, and I never will.
Sure. I'm sure she's
But I
devastated.
refuse to get into name calling. I refuse to raise my voice. I refuse to do any of that. And I realized that last night The part of me that I don't understand why it goes the way it goes had every intention to come in here and lay into you. Out of frustration and out of the fact of feeling that I needed to defend myself by some of the things you said. How you had the audacity to speak on situations that had nothing to do with this tragedy, as if you were there, as if you had intimate details, as if you knew everything that led up to those allegations, just by reading the police report. I think every situation is unique in its own way. It all has different circumstances that leads to ultimately what ends up happening. Reading the police report doesn't give you the right to pass judgment on a situation that, frankly, is none of your concern.
And that for me, it's so hypocritical of him. Like, just him saying that. Because remember when he was asking the victims or the child, remember when he was asking the victims after reading the police report, he was judging them for seeking like money to get the hospital bills paid. Like, remember those moments? Remember that, Brooks? You did that. You passed judgment into them because they couldn't. They just wanted help paying the bills. And now you're saying that's not right?
Honestly, you would think for someone that's been doing your job as long as you have, you would think you would understand that. You would think that you have some kind of integrity. Even with that, not gonna bash, not gonna say anything disrespectful, not gonna call you anything other than your God-given name. As far as the integrity though, I won't ever be able to wrap my head around why you did things the way you did it. Made reference to this being an open and shut case.
It was.
Yet you needed a whole team to prosecute an open and shut case, as you say. And again, no disrespect to Attorney Basie, Attorney Whitchild. I feel like they was the reasons why your case had any strong points, not from you. 31 years, you said, well, yeah, you did say 31 years. You've done this. 31 years. I don't believe you're that bright.
And now, he just 5 seconds ago, he said he was not gonna bash. He was not gonna fight back. He was not gonna insult her. And now, where is him? I don't know.
Yet, I respect you having the resolve to take on something of this magnitude for this community. Can't do nothing but respect that. And regardless, when I leave this courtroom, I will have no ill feelings with anyone. I know this is being live streamed. I believe even in other countries. I've gotten some mail from Germany, Belgium, a lot of it hate mail.
Good.
Which doesn't, I stopped reading it months ago. So it doesn't really affect me. It's irrelevant. I do want to say something to everybody watching as far as those who take the time, spend the energy and money to write and spew hate, not just against myself, but my family, my children, I have no value in anything that you say. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me. Keep up the bad work.
Hey, that's me. He was talking about me. He was saying that I do bad work because I talk bad about him on
Bother
the
me. It
internet.
doesn't affect me. Keep up the bad work.
Hey, that's another thumbnail.
To everyone else, the people that have sent letters of support, I thank you for that, because it's not an easy thing to show love and support to someone who's the most hated man on the planet at this point right now in time. It's not easy. It takes a lot of courage to do that. I thank you for that. My family thanks you for that. I want to say to the mother of my children, the mothers, excuse me, of my children. Obviously, I think I should start with.
That's the one thing that I don't like. That he had children with 4 different women. Like, and he's not responding. He talks a lot about his children and everyone that he loves, but he doesn't take care of any of them. So it's all empty words.
The obvious, Erica Patterson. I want you to know, if you're watching, I always have love for you. You're one of the mothers of my children. I can never hate you. I refuse to go that route. Always have love for you. I always respect you. We got a beautiful daughter. I haven't always been right in the things that I've said, things I've done in regards to you. What I will say is, it always takes 2.
And just like that, he justified everything that he did to Erica. You know, Erica, it always takes 2. It wasn't my fault. If you didn't provoke me, I would have not done this. But it was you. That's bad.
I pray that at some point you will reconcile with your children.
And then he needs to bring up their children. Who cares? He's still trying to portray her as a bad mother. Whether she is or not, that's not for discussion here. But why do you have to bring it up?
And that you remember who I am here in my heart. That you remember that. My oldest son, who's an adult, his mother, beautiful, beautiful spirit. I thank her for the times that she was there to listen when no one else was. When I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on in life, and I was being pulled to this direction or that direction, and just couldn't figure things out. She would take the time to sit and listen, and I thank her for it. Times where I had nowhere to go, she would find me in the back of abandoned cars or trucks or something of that nature, and she would do things to help. You know, it's a lot of people, a lot of good people out there in the world still. She's one of them. I thank you, Angel. That's her name too, by the way, Angel.
We know. Remember when the detective said her name in one of those when he was in the stand? Like, you got so mad because he said her name for some reason. I mean, it's not like it changes anything.
When I was all over the place mentally, couldn't sit still, couldn't make decisions, trying to figure out how life would go being young parents, the both of us. She never once judged me. She never once ridiculed me and downed me because of my issues. She always was willing to be there. I'm eternally grateful for that. And Jessica, my youngest daughter's mom, I believe it's a reason why God puts anyone in your life at the time that he does. You came into my life at a time where everything was chaotic.
All right.
Being in the courtroom is just a small piece of the whole puzzle. Just a fraction. The majority of the time, I'm not standing in the courtroom or sitting in the courtroom. It's not a day. It's not an hour that goes by that I haven't thought about what's happened. That I haven't tried to wrap my head around how something like this could happen.
How? The reason how it happened is that you didn't push the brake pedal. That's it. That's the only thing that you had to do, and none of this would have happened. You could still be living in your mom's car, like not even allowed to live inside the house, just by pushing the brake pedal. That's all. And we'll still have 6 people with us, and countless others will have like physical and emotional scars forever.
Where I haven't thought about the pain that you all are in, what was lost, and in the fashion that it was lost. Contrary to what people may think. You get to a point though, and obviously it's different with me being in this position and people being on the other side of the coin, so to speak. It's a different position. On my end, you get to a point to where you're just tired. You get to a point where you've cried all the tears you can cry. Prayed all the prayers you can pray. You never stop praying, but it's repetitive at this point. You get to a point where you're completely drained. You don't know what else you have to give. There was many court dates in the beginning of all these proceedings that I wasn't even sure if I can even come in the courtroom without breaking down. It was times where I didn't even feel like I was going to make it.
Yeah, like Darrell, do you how was that? Do you ever find out if they had subject matter jurisdiction over you? Like at any point? And I'm gonna try maybe tomorrow. There, like I have a pending video that I want to make about the tactics that he used during the trial. I need to work some things around for that, but that is something that I want to do to bookend this trial.
Through a court proceeding. When I did have representation, it was times where I told my representation, no, I don't. And that wasn't because I just didn't want to come in the courtroom. It was because mentally I could not handle it. I couldn't. Having to be prepped for everything that I was gonna walk into. Them telling me, you know, it's gonna be this kind of atmosphere and expect this and it's just like, wow. How am I gonna do this? I want everyone to know though, when you walk out of the courtroom and the cameras aren't rolling anymore, you don't have the world looking at you anymore, that's when you can feel like you're human again. When you can go back to your cell, drop your tears, pray, punch your mat if you're frustrated, sleep it off, whatever you may choose to do. And I wonder how things would be different if the cameras was rolling then. When we remove all this courtroom, how would it be then? We've all done things in our life that we regret, that we're not proud of, that we don't know what we were thinking. That's been like a roller coaster for me in this year, a roller coaster.
Sure, it
And
was hard for
obviously,
you, Darrell.
just everyday life. Some days are better than others. That's just life in general. Some days are just better than other days. You heard my best friend speak a little bit earlier about, I guess it would be more happier times, but even then, you put on a smile to hide the pain. Long before November 21st, 2021, long before that day, I was struggling. Long before.
Sure, but that doesn't. I really don't understand what he wants to say with all of this. Like, yeah, you had a rough life. Who doesn't? But you don't see me running over people. You don't see me punching people, punching my loved ones. I don't. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. All right, folks. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go have some breakfast. I thank you everyone that was here. It's been fun. It's been. I always like to come back and talk with you guys live because it's really different. As you know, I'm going to be going over. I'm gonna finish finally. I'm gonna finish the Shonda Vander Ark trial this week, and we're gonna go right into catching up with Sarah Boone, which that's also a whole nother can of worms. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I may go live in a little bit, around like maybe in 2 or 3 hours. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.